All right, we have a really common question here in algebra. In this case, after a 10% reduction or 10% off discount, your purchase of a new suit costs $336. We're not worrying about tax or anything here. We're just saying that the sale price is $336. Let's take one quick second to remind ourselves of how these discounts would work. Let's say we're buying something that costs $200 normally and let's just use this same 10% off. How would we figure out what the price is? Well, what you do is you take your total amount, the $200, and you subtract the discount. In this case, the discount is 10% of 200. What this translates to is a $20 discount, leaving us with a sale price of $180. And what we're trying to do with this problem is start with this sale price, know how much we got off, and figure out this value right here, the $200 original price. Well, to do this, we're actually going to do this way of finding the discounted price in a quicker method. And it looks like this. Instead of actually calculating the discount separately and then subtracting it away, if we get 10% off of something, we're left with 90% of the price. And so if we have 10% off, then the sale price would be 90% of 200. And if you multiply that together, you'll get to that same answer we got to a second ago of 180. And this is a really important trick. Again, if you take 10% off of something, again, this price, the original price, is considered to be 100% of the original price. We take 10% off that, we'll end up with 90% of the original price. Well, let's use that logic to our advantage. So we're going to let x, in this case, represent the original price. If we get 10% off of that, we're going to be left with 90% of the original price. Again, x is being used in the same way as the 200 was over here. And we know that 90% of the original price equals 360. Now that we have our equation here, we simply can solve this. The hard part is getting this equation correct, and we solve this by isolating the x, and this would entail dividing both sides by 0.9 or 0.90, giving us a final answer of x equals 400. You can always double check this if this makes any sense by running it through this process by either taking 10% off or finding 90% of this to ensure that it's correct.